Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, a quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Watson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. They get the touchdown, then on the kick. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
One, ready?
On second and a long way to go. Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
Yeah, one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gun. 11-90.
Burrow looking to pass. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson under pressure. They got him again. Logan Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. The pressure gets to him again. Joseph Osai. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Takes it all the way, but there is a flag down, so hold the celebration. This one's coming back.
Here we go. 11 MC paint. 11 MC paint.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This will be caught by Brown. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
On 1, right?
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The coordinator said, he's yours from now on.
2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Quick throw completed by Watson. And out across midfield down to the 45. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Watson looks to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yep.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that challenge a successful one. The Bengals drive about to get going. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
11.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
12. 11. Stop.
Burrow on 3rd down. Out to his left. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
After the interception, here's Watson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Faking the give. Now Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Here we go.
As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on second and long. Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Watson's throw caught by Pierce. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Second down and goal. Watson. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Greg Newsom. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll be inside the red zone with the ball at the 16-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Now on 2nd and 13, Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Joseph Osai picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. 1st down. Here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Burrow. And, boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow steps away. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Here we go.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
11. Stop.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
12.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll find and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. but an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Good footwork at the 30. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
11, 11, 11, 11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here we go. 11 mighty. 11 mighty. Stop.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. He's got the first down and more than that.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. This one caught by Davis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
11 MP, 12, 12, 12. Stop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd from 10 yards out.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
This is caught out in the right flat. Brown with his stick skills.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Oh, the return is Jones. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10.
Gun.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall.
Here we go.
It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
11. 12. 11, Thomas. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
11,
And the slot man goes in motion left. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Here we go.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
That's caught one more time by Boyd.
Touchdown! Tyler Boyd with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy.
Here we go,
They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
11, Thomas.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
empty. Stop.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The Browns on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. Watson off play action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the pick 6 we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this 4th quarter. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
11.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
11 mighty. Stop.
Now Burrow. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. From 19 yards away. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
50 points down, he's coming.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now it's Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. All of a sudden, both sides of the football for them playing extremely well. That's how they're right back in this ball game.
And I checked out our astrological charts before this game, you and me. And you know what it said? It said we would be better in the second half than we would be in the first half. I think this team is coming along right along with us. The moon's definitely in the 7th house, and they are playing way better. I like how they pulled it together. I don't know if it was a leader that stepped up. I don't know if it's just the team got out of the gate slow, but now they're looking the part.
You don't even know what sign I am.
No, but it doesn't matter. I just looked up all of them.
I guess they all said the same thing. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
11 Thomas. 11, 11,
They'll bring
11,
a receiver in motion left.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
To throw, Burrow. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
11, 11,
They'll send
11.
a receiver in motion to the left.
12, 12, 12.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Burrow. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Here we go, here we go. Mighty.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee.
Set.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Browns, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3.
And they'll be on the road next week as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers.